Hey, this is Brad here at Stone Strength Systems. This is B-Day for June 2018. We've got trap bar deadlifts for both tracks. The reps will be different. We're sticking with our 5 and 8 just like on squats. So we'll do sets of 5 with a reset on each one for the strength track. Tap and go 8 for the body count. So it'll be just touch the ground, keep tension on, and knock them out. We're gonna pair this with some ab exercises. We'll do 10 reps on one side, then we'll go to deadlifts. We'll come back to 10 reps on the other side. This half kneel chop. It's a good anti-rotation exercise. We're gonna keep the body still and work the arms around that stable position. L-sit Arnold presses, seated position. We're gonna start palms in, press overhead. If we're not going overhead, we're just gonna swap that out with a simple dumbbell row. Side planks, we'll do a full set on each side. That's going to be progressed all the way into a side plank band row. Those are a doozy. Station C, single arm sled rows. We've done the power rows before that are a little bit more energetic. The hips get in, we get a little bit of rotation. This is a much more subtle, subdued row. It's also kind of an anti-rotation component. We're going to keep the belly button still. I even put it in all caps with some stars around it. Smooth is the name of the game there. We want to be very, very smooth on that row. There's going to be especially some of the dudes that are going to go too heavy, so when we pull weight off, don't be offended. We'll do a full set of 10 on each side, and then we've got Swiss ball pike ups. We're going to progress from planks all the way into the pike up. This is another one that's going to be pretty epic. So let's go over to station A. Let's look at the deadlift here. Got my lovely co-host today, Hayden, back again for another one. We're going to use the high handles all the way through. We'll set up with the hips back. We're going to pack the shoulders in a perfect spot. Push the heels down. That bar's going to come right up. Hips go back. We'll reset completely for the strength track. Now to tap and go, literally hips go back, it touches the ground, and back up. One thing we're going to keep an eye on, since we are doing, particularly for the body comp, that high bar back squat is another shinning. Vertical shins mean more hip dominant, so on the way down we want to really drive the hips back, let that chest get low. We're actually going to coach into Hayden here. We're going to lift your hips up a little bit in here, bring that stretch back into the hamstrings, so it's going to mirror more of a conventional deadlift. There's a little bit more shoulder friendly, a little bit more forgiving if the knees do slide forward. It's one of the reasons I love the trap bar. Then we're going to grab one of our red bands here. If we need to go with a lighter band, we will, but I think that'll be good for most people. You're going to go around the outside of the frame here, and you're going to hook that onto that bolt. From here, your inside knee is down. We're going to have a mixed grip. You'll see his top hand is underhand, his bottom hand is overhand. From here, his head is going to line up with his sternum and his belly button. He's going to raise up on a 45-degree angle, not letting his body turn. So that's where we're resisting movement. The urge is to turn your whole body to make that happen. We're going to fight it. So we'll do 10 on this side. Then to set it up on the other side, it's the same deal. We're going to go around the outside of the frame, hook it on that bolt, and then we'll have the inside knee down. It'll be the exact same setup, top hand, underhand, bottom hand, overhand, belly button, sternum, nose, all in line, and we're just going to work through our 10. This one is a lot tougher than it looks. Station B, we've got our L-sit Arnold presses. So you'll need a pair of dumbbells or kettlebells. Hayden's got some dumbbells here. He's going to go ahead and have himself a seat. Legs straight out in front of him. Try and put them flat on the ground. Pull the toes back towards your face. Sit up real tall through the spine. Palms are going to start facing in. He's going to press up overhead and rotate out. Come back the way he came. So there's a little bit of a twist there. We're going to press all the way up. This has a different number for the different tracks. I believe it's 6 and 12, strength and body count. But we'll double check that on the board when you get in. From here, we're going to move into side planks. Now we've got a couple of different variations for people that are doing side planks. There are a handful of us that have wrist or shoulder issues and we're not doing side planks at all. You've got single arm farmer's walks. But here we have our 3-point plank, which is kind of level 1. That bottom knee is down, that bottom foot is down, and the elbow is down, giving you 3 points of contact. Coaching cues here are keep the glutes squeezed, shoulder blades pinched back as tight as you can get them. That'll keep you in a good straight line. We make this harder by going into a full side plank. You'll stack your feet. Now you've got 2 points of contact, same cues. Squeeze your glutes, pinch your shoulder blades. Now if we really want to ramp this up, We're gonna hook a band around the bottom rung of the ladder, you're gonna hold your side plank, and you're gonna do rows. This is a set of 10. We can up the intensity by changing the band, or we can scoot back further away so that there's more tension at all times. We're gonna do a full set on each side, whatever variation we're using. Station C. We've got our sled rows. I mentioned this is a much more subtle row. Smooth is the name of the game. So Hayden's gonna stretch his right arm out, scoot away from that. Belly button's gonna stay still. He's gonna pull through, execute a row, work himself back. Since it's a little bit slower, a little bit smoother, it should take a full 40 seconds to get all 10. If you're getting them done by halfway, you're moving way too fast. So take your time, try and keep some tension in that strap. We won't have other landmines out here for you. Other people will be rowing and moving around. We'll try and keep it clear. Our last thing here is the pike up. If we're not capable of getting onto the ball for this one, a regular front plank will suffice. But if you're ready to be on the ball, you're just gonna roll out over the top. Our level 1 here is a plank with your feet on the ball from the straight arm position. If we're ready to take this up a notch, you're gonna roll till your toes are up there. Now it's kind of think like downward dog. We're gonna crunch the abs and drive the hips up. So we're rolling that ball towards us and the hips are gonna rise. So drive your butt to the ceiling. You'll see the shoulders have to work through multi-planes, so there's a lot of shoulder stability in that. And it's really hard, not just to not fall off, but to roll that ball in. So this is a really, really good exercise. So that's gonna round out V-Day for us. Make me proud.